Good morning. My name is Janet. Oh, good morning. My name is Janet Kaplan. Please forgive, I still have ongoing laryngitis. I just learned maybe it could be an infection. I'm going to go to the doctor. Okay. On behalf of Reverend Dave Dunn, Intern Minister Liz Martin, Director of Religious Exploration Lexi Brown, our Music Director Alex Peach, and the greeters and technical team that are making today's live stream possible, I would like to welcome you all to the Unitarian Universalist Metro Atlanta North congregation, which we lovingly call UUMAN. UUMAN is a liberal faith community with the mission to nurture our spirit, strive for justice, and transform the world. No matter who you are, whom you love, or where you are on your spiritual journey, all are welcome here. Welcome to all of us that are joining, welcome to all of everyone who is joining us remotely. For any visitors who are here with us for the first time, and if you're comfortable doing so, would you please stand and tell us your name and where you are from so we can get to know you better? Are there any visitors on my right? Any visitors on my left? No? We're old school people here. All right. Here's just a statement that got thrown in. We joyfully welcome children and families in worship. The sounds of children are part of a living congregation. For busy hands of all ages, there is a fidget corner in the back of the sanctuary, back there. Nursery care for babies and toddlers is available and open before the service begins. After wondering time, children will be sung out to Children's Chapel. Okay, and now we have our more formal announcements. Are you new to UUMAN? I don't think anybody is. Want to learn more about UU principles and values? Then please attend the UU 101 session during second hour today. Please see Rosie Pop for more information. Oh, all right. Right. Or Lynn Hannon. The UUMAN Choir will join 4 of the other choirs for a performance at the Roswell Roots Festival next Sunday, January 25th at 3 p.m. at Zion Missionary Baptist Church here in Roswell. It is sure to be an outstanding performance. Please see Alex or a choir member for details. Freedom University is looking for Saturday afternoon drivers to drive undocumented students to their classes this semester. This volunteer effort is invaluable, as it is presently a very vulnerable time for them to be driving themselves. Please contact Reverend Dave for more information, and please consult your printed order of worship to see our plethora of second-hour adult enrichment offerings for today. And now let us greet one another with the hand of friendship. Oh, Dave, I don't know. You better come up here and tell us.
Kelly, come on, let's go.
That was a good. I'm glad you did that.
Thank goodness, David.
Kelly, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
I'm David Kerber. I'm from the Big Game broadcast team, and I just want to let you know we're really pumped about being here in 3 weeks to broadcast live from UUMAN for the Big Game pregame show.
Yes, the Big Game pre-show. And as we mentioned a few weeks ago, David, what do you think about when you think about football?
When I think about football, I think about buying things.
Yeah, of course, of course. I think about that all the time.
I think about artwork.
Yes, football and artwork. That's exactly.
I think about theater tickets.
Yes, theater tickets. And as it turns out, David, we have some fabulous Row 10 tickets for the 30th anniversary for Beauty and the Beast, given by our good friends Francis and Steve Clark. Can you stand it? Right? Who wants to go to Beauty and the Beast, right? It would be amazing. We have great vacations, we have wonderful dinners, And if you are newer to UUMAN, we've already established you're not brand new, but newer to UUMAN, this is literally how we plan our calendar, at least at my house and friends. We look at the calendar and we say, what exciting things can we bid on so that we can all be together and do good for UUMAN? Don't you do the same?
We do the same.
Yes, yes. And one other example of a great dinner is Francie and David will be hosting. Tell them about that.
We're going to have, some of y'all may know that Francie owns a business called Frick and Frack Market. In front of the microphone. Thank you, Bruce. Yeah, so Francie owns a business called Frick and Frack Market, and we do periodic supper clubs there. So we're going to have a UUMAN dedicated supper club coming up in the spring, and it will be just sign up and buy tickets for that. But we'll have a big dinner party where CIA-trained chef Francie Deeskin will serve us up a wonderful vegetarian banquet.
How fun. Vegetarian. What about gluten-free? Maybe a little salad? I don't know. Francie's shaking her head. Forget gluten-free. Speaking of just sign-ups, here's a great example of Lori Wheeler put together this beautiful IPA offering. Now, this really does look like a football thing, right? Like you can take it home that night and have this great thing. Okay, so get your tickets. Michelle, David, and I will be out in the foyer today. If you've not already gotten your tickets, please do it, and then you will be entered into the raffle that we're drawing every Sunday right here at UUMAN. Today, where's our drummer? Paul, get your drums. Jolly is going to come and pull our first winner for the raffle. Right, Jolly? Thank you. Okay, here we go, Jolly. Give us a number, and Michelle will tell us who won. Give us a good one. Okay, and tell us what number it is.
Number 10.
Number 10. Michelle, who is number 10? Miriam and John, that is terrific. And they are on the trip this morning where all of our friends are going to Montgomery for the awesome Montgomery trip. So make sure you get your tickets so you can be a part of the drawing next weekend. They won something fabulous, which is an awesome football coffee table book, and I know they're going to love it. So thanks so much, and we'll see you in the foyer.
And now, let's greet one another in the hand or elbow of friendship.
Good morning. Somebody told me that it's really dangerous to give a bunch of Unitarian Universalists a stone at the beginning of the service. We will find out, won't we? Okay, good. This morning's call to worship is written by Samantha Lynn Wilson. A call to worship is secretly a call to focus our attention. Choosing to focus our attention is countercultural.
Daily, we are called to worship at the altar of many devices, surveillance systems we let take lead over our every waking moment.
We are called by headlines set purely on our activation by tools that gamify our every human connection. We are not called, we are led. We are not led, we are entrapped.
Instead, here, we practice being called.
We are called to bring our attention to the altar of unpredictable human relatedness.
We are called by these ancestors, this wood, this room's particular light, this chalice's particular fire, and these children in our midst.
We are called to focus our attention on a foolhardy and open-hearted commitment to share a future together that we cannot cancel or control.
In the words of the poet-farmer Wendell Berry, we are called here to do something today that does not compute.
Spirit of life, call our collective attention to this precise moment.
The threshold between then and now.
The moment upon which we hang our honest promises like portraits.
Chiseled and framed by our own hands, imperfectly and together.
And now let us light our chalice together.
Our chalice lighting today is called The Infinite Divinity by Jamie Yandel. The chalice is lit, and in the flames, the memory of our trans and non-binary ancestors do a dance of freedom and liberation, reminding us that we are whole and holy. We are loved beyond all measure, and in our refusal to accept anything less, may we know we are rooted in the infinite divinity, not relegated to the outskirts of the web of all existence, but enshrined at its core, enfleshed with stardust and fairy dust, an intentional creation of space where our many gods live. And now, as you are able, would you please stand? We're going to be singing our opening hymn, number 95. In the hardback hymnal. It's called There Is More Love Somewhere. I'm not going to sing. Sure, I see one child. Okay, this is the time in our service where children, young and old, are invited to the front for our time of all ages. After the story, children are invited to exit into Fellowship Hall for Children's Chapel for the remainder of the service. If this is your child's first time attending Children's Chapel, please walk them to Fellowship Hall. After service, please escort your children to the playscape for supervised free play. And now, Martina will do Wondering Time.
Okay. Oh, good. Hi. Today the story is called Martin's Big Words by, I think, Elaine Rappaport. And of course, this is about Martin Luther King today. Oop. Everywhere in Martin's hometown, he saw the signs, white only. His mother said these signs were in all southern cities and towns in the United States. Every time Martin read the words, he felt bad, until he remembered what his mother told him: "You are as good as anyone." In church, Martin sang hymns. He read from the Bible, he listened to his father preach, and these words made him feel good. When I grow up, I'm going to get big words too, he thought. Martin grew up. He became a minister like his father, and he used big words he had heard as a child from his parents and from the Bible. Everyone can be great. He studied the teachings of Mahatma Gandhi. He learned how the Indian nation won freedom without ever firing a gun. Martin said love when others said hate. Hate cannot drive out hate, only love can do that. He said together when others said separate. He said peace when others said war. Sooner or later, all the people of the world will have to discover a way to live together. In 1955, on a cold December day in Montgomery, Alabama, Rosa Parks was coming home from work. A white man told her to get up from her seat on the bus so he could sit. She said no and was arrested. Montgomery's black citizens learned of her arrest, and it made them angry. They decided not to ride the buses until they could sit anywhere they wanted. For 381 days, that's more than a year, to work and school and church, they walked in the rain and cold and in the blistering heat. Martin walked with them and talked with them and sang with them and prayed with them, until the white city leaders had to agree that they could sit anywhere they wanted. When the history books are written, someone will say there lived black people who had the courage to stand up for their rights. In the next 10 years, black Americans all over the South protested for equal rights. Martin walked with them and talked with them and sang with them and prayed with them. White ministers told them to stop. Mayors and governors and police chiefs and judges ordered them to stop, but they kept on marching. Wait. For years I've heard the word wait. We have waited more than 340 years for our rights. They were jailed, beaten, and some were murdered, but they kept on marching. Some black Americans wanted to fight back with their fists. Martin convinced them not to by reminding them of the power of love. Love is the key to all the problems in the world. Many white Southerners hated and feared Martin's words. A few threatened to kill him and his family. His house was bombed, his brother's house was bombed, but he refused to stop. Remember, if I am stopped, this movement will not be stopped, because God is with this movement. The marches continued. More and more Americans listened to Martin's words. He shared his dreams and filled them with hope. I have a dream that one day in Alabama, little black boys and black girls will join hands with little white boys and white girls as sisters and brothers. After 10 years of protests, the lawmakers in Washington voted to end segregation. The white-only signs in the South came down. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. cared about all Americans. He cared about people all over the world, and people all over the world admired him. In 1964, he won the Nobel Peace Prize. He won it because he taught others to fight with words and not with their fists. Martin went wherever people needed help. In April 1968, he went to Memphis, Tennessee, to help the garbage collectors who were on strike. He walked with them and talked with them and sang with them and prayed with them. On his second day there, he was shot. He died. His big words are all still alive for us today.
At this point in our service, we share our joys with each other and our sorrows. Oh, I see. So the joys to magnify them, and our sorrows to divide the weight of their pain. If you are so moved, please feel free to come forward, state your name, and drop a pebble in the bowl, and express a joy or sorrow that you may have. For those of you attending via our live stream, if you have a joy or a sorrow that you would like to share this morning, please type it in the chat.
That's good. Bear with me because this is kind of a long sorrow, joy, concern, ending up on a better note. So my name's Carolyn Lee. I've been a member for 31 years, I think. And our daughter Rihanna was brought up in this congregation, and she recently had a baby 6 months ago, which has been an incredible joy. But my daughter's been through a lot of health challenges since she gave birth. She insisted on breastfeeding, but ended up pumping because she works, and they call it a super pumper, where she had to pump like every 2 hours, all day long, every day. So what it did was ruin her health, basically. She couldn't sleep, couldn't eat, was nauseous all the time, and ended up having dehydration, depression, and she hid most of it, didn't tell anybody for the longest time, until she did finally say something. She's a social worker, so you'd think she'd know better, but she finally told her boss, and they put her on anti-anxiety medication, and we don't know if this is coincidental or not, but she ended up having seizures. The first time we didn't know it was a seizure when she went to the hospital, we thought it was just low glucose level because she wasn't eating or when you're pumping, you need more calories, not less, and she was throwing up a lot. So she went to the hospital. We find out later she had a seizure in the bathroom there. She just thought she hurt her back and bit her tongue real bad because she was throwing up. Didn't realize that she fell down on the floor and had a seizure. Fast forward to the week before Christmas and had one at her office and literally stopped breathing. And they had to do all kinds of stuff to get her back. But she also had another seizure that night in the hospital and fractured her back in 7 places in the center of her back. It's compression fractures, stress fractures. She's fine, except for she wears a back brace. I can't even think of all the things that's going on with her. Her blood pressure got really, really high when she was having the seizures, so she's on this cocktail of medications right now. And the good news on all of this is no more pumping. She's eating better. So the baby's eating solid food now, so she's sleeping through the night. So all of the things that have caused this perfect storm of, bad situation is getting better. Overall, she actually went to a friend's wedding today because this happened before Christmas. And bad news, being on anti-seizure medication, now she can't drive to work for 6 months, so she's going to have to get rides all the time. She's still not going to work yet. Her neurologist has to sign her off, but her appointment's not until February 4th, so she's not getting paid either at this time, but the bottom line is she's on the road to recovery. No more pumping, sleeping, getting help wherever she can from her in-laws, from us, and, looking at that baby every day who's an incredible joy. And so anyway, please just keep our daughter Rihanna in your thoughts. I know, it's been a lot.
This is a thought about a human child, too. There's a few of you in here, I see, that were around when my kid grew up here, Megan Wheeler. Yesterday, she gave birth to a 7-pound, 5-ounce bouncing baby girl over in Alabama, and so we're all celebrating that moment. And I hope she does.
I was like, John, you missed the best part. What's her name? Millie. Oh, so she has a cousin named Lily. Millie and Lily. I love it. My name is Kelly Callan. I have 2 concerns and a joy. The first concern is, sitting right here, for those that don't know, our dear friend and longtime UUMAN member, Shelley Negrani, has been suffering some health issues. So we hope that she'll be on the road to recovery soon. But as of now, I'm sure she would love to hear from you if you want to text or email or what have you. So this is for Shelley. The second one is for Bills fans everywhere, including my husband. The good news is he's the auctioneer for our football Sunday, so he will not be at the Super Bowl, so he can do our auction. And this last one is for Pride Prom, which will be held on Valentine's Day here in Roswell by a dear friend of ours who has attended UUMAN before, Jen Donlin, and we have been asked to participate, and so our young adult group will have a table for UUMAN at that awesome event on Valentine's Day. So here's for Pride Prom.
I'm going to get a couple actually sorrows. One for the people of Minnesota who are currently experiencing a lot of attack from ICE and the federal government, and also the people of Iran who are demonstrating, and many people lost their lives. They say thousands people lost their lives there.
Hi, everybody. My name is Miguel. I'm a member of the dedicated technical team. I have a couple joys from the chat today. From Sarah Hunter. Joy to take care of my daughter, who is staying with me while she recovers from a knee replacement. And remembrance. Tomorrow is the 3rd anniversary of my husband's death. Miss him every day.
And I will drop one final pebble for all those joys and sorrows still too tender to escape the folds of our hearts. Let us keep one another in our thoughts for the coming week. In an effort to fulfill and further the vision and mission of this congregation, we ask that our members and friends share of their time, treasure, and talents. With this, we will now take the offering. You may also use the Give Now option in the Breeze app or web browser. This month's 50/50 recipient is the Refugee Women's Network, Any checks specifically designated as 50/50 or any Breeze donations specifying give to 50/50 this month will go to support their work. Here comes.
We accept the sacred offering generously given by our beloved members and friends. May we use it wisely and judiciously in service to our mission. Some words of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Today, psychologists have a favorite word, and that word is maladjusted. I tell you today that there are some things in our social system to which I am proud to be maladjusted. I shall never be adjusted to lynch mobs, segregation, economic inequalities, the madness of militarism, and self-defeating physical violence. The salvation of the world lies in the maladjusted.
Shallow understanding from people of goodwill is more frustrating than absolute misunderstanding from people of ill will. How often the church has had a high blood count of creeds and an anemia of deeds. The church can be a great transforming power if it is true to its mission. In the final analysis, it is a creative minority that saves history.
It may seem ill-timed, but frankly, I've never engaged in any direct action movement which did not seem ill-timed. The time is always right to do what's right.
Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about the things that matter. The ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands at the times of challenge and controversy. Justice is indivisible. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. This is not the day to pay mere lip service to integration. We must pay life service to it. freedom is always purchased with the high price of sacrifice and suffering.
The ultimate weakness of violence is that it is a descending spiral, begetting the very thing it seeks to destroy. Instead of diminishing evil, it multiplies it. Through violence, you may murder the liar, but you cannot murder the lie, nor establish truth. Through violence, you murder the hater, but you do not murder hate. In fact, violence merely increases the hate. Returning violence for violence multiplies violence, adding deeper darkness to a night already devoid of stars. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. The question is not whether we will be extremists, but what kind of extremists we will be. Will we be extremists for hate or for love? Will we be extremists for the preservation of injustice or for the extension of justice?
Fear, prejudice, pride, and irrationality are barriers to a truly integrated society. These dark and demonic force responses will be removed only as men are possessed by the invisible, inner law, which etches on their hearts the conviction that all men are brother, and that love is mankind's most potent weapon for personal and social transformation. I have decided to stick with love, for I know that love is ultimately the only answer to mankind's problems. Does everyone have their rock? You know, I need one. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. So does everyone have their rock in their hands? That you'll also notice that there are some Sharpie markers behind about every third chair or so. So you should be able, you might have to share. Okay. We want you to take a moment to reflect on, as Martina's book said, Martin's big words, and the words that you heard of Dr. King's that Dave and I read. I want you to consider what feels weighty to you, like a rock. What will help center you? What word that was spoken reflects meaning and significance of Dr. King's ministry and life? Or maybe no word is rising for you among his words, but you can think of another word that reflects what you want to give voice to in the struggle for justice. Or perhaps a name of someone who has inspired you in your own work for justice. We'll give you a moment to reflect on what word you'd like to put on your rock, and then you will write it on there with your Sharpie. Please be aware that we are going to read some of these out loud, so try to write legibly. Let's take a few moments and begin. Now we will ask the ushers to come by and collect the stones. These containers hold the words we have written as inspirations to work for justice.
Each stone carries the words and thoughts of someone here in this very room.
Together, all these stones represent our community's commitments, which grounds us and holds us to give us strength and courage to voice our values in the world.
And now we will read some of them.
Hate cannot destroy hate.
Muhammad Ali,
Sacrifice.
peace.
Nelson Mandela.
The sun going up or down.
Light.
Love and forgiveness.
Wisdom.
Love is the bravest thing, all else is cowardice.
Attention.
Everyone.
Joy.
Kindness.
Justice.
Millie.
Persist.
Love.
Love.
Food.
Truth and love.
Friend.
Nonviolence.
Equality.
Act.
Empathy.
Compassion.
Fight.
We shall overcome.
Courage.
Penny.
Give.
Only love. Only love can do that.
Tolerance.
Just love.
And we will conclude with grace. Now the ushers will come forward once again, and they'll pass the baskets around. And as it passes you, please take a stone embodying the inspiration of someone else in this room, and don't look at, just take one. That's the stone that's just for you.
All right. Does everyone have a new rock? All right. Have you had a chance to read what's on it? I'm guessing you have. Okay. Let's hold them up. Let this rock go with you today, blessed by both the inspiration that you gave and the inspiration that you have just received from someone else. May we be blessed by the power of this shared ritual and experience and the power of this communal energy. May the gift of these words on these stones give us courage and inspiration to make a difference in our world, to act or speak when we feel called to do so with courage and conviction.
And now, please rise as you are able and join us in singing hymn number 169, We Shall Overcome, from the hardback hymnal. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again.
When we can truly celebrate diversity of contributions and talents offered by all people, we shall overcome hatred and prejudice and oppression. When we can truly extend our hands to one another in loving acceptance, we shall overcome the past that haunts us now. Living in peace and freedom, we shall overcome the wrongs that have happened and the debts left unpaid. Let us join together in that commitment to overcome. Go in peace and enjoy your week.
If you want, a few people are.